into a little bit about why we're here as the hopeful elect, you know, why we were born into this world. You know, not for no fancy playground, you know, type of child stuff. And even as we get older, no, getting into these philosophies or joining the so-called white man system, man. So we're gonna get that first scripture. He said, "Good against evil." Pull it up. Yeah. This is it's the book of Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 14. And it reads, "Good is set against evil." Good is set against evil. So it's no choosing the lesser evils and all that. It's no trying to find a loophole. It's not like everybody have opinions, to where, but I don't think that's evil. I don't think that's good. No. It's good against evil, man. That's a war strategy, a war. Go ahead. And life against death. And life against death. And what does it say? Do good, do righteous. That's life. Eating right is life. Treating your brethren well is life. If Jake abided by those things, there wouldn't be no ghetto full of, rape, robbery, and murder. So there has to be a standard of good, man. No, it's the same thing. I'm just getting it started. Go ahead. You ready? Is that more there? There's still some more. Go ahead. So is the godly against the sinner. So is the godly against the sinner. So Most High put a separation between the godly and the sinner. Ain't no way he could be for the sinner if he put the godly against the sinner. So, on the right hand side, we're battling to the best of our ability, man, to get rid of sin, poison to us, transgression of the law. It's what keeps us from the Most High. It's what keeps us from the Most High helping us. So we're fighting with spiritual uppercuts and ducks and got our spiritual boxing gloves on. And the devil is, throwing hooks and all that, and we ducking and all that with these scriptures. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and common board that tune in, lights out, devil, shalom. So this is, and Most High, he's the Lord of war. It says the Lord is a man of war in Exodus 13 and 5, I think. 15 and 3. I'll double check. No, that's it. That's definitely it. Exodus 15 and 3 says the Lord is a man of war. So, the Most High put us in this matrix to come out of woman's womb, to raise us up to be prophets, which is a part of the war, to condemn the evilness and the wickedness in this land that got our people basically by the hair of their chin, about to drop them into destruction. Go ahead. And the sinner against the godly, and the sinner against the godly. You can't be a sinner and godly at the same time. You got to fight it. You got to fight the sinner and fight the sin in you. You got to condemn the sinner. That's why we come up from the Bible, saying you can't eat certain things according to the law. It says the children of darkness is not as the children of light, right? So there's a war going on, and it started in the womb. It started in, Most High brought it. It says, as it is done in heaven, it should be done on earth. Most High brought us into the womb, and He grew us up, protected us in that womb to make sure that we'll be out here right now. because now it's the end time. All that time that went by is the end now. And it says, what? That is the end of the thing, and the end is manifest. So that's why we can't come out here. And people don't understand that. Well, what are they doing? Protesting? What are they doing? Now it's the end of the world. The Most High called us to condemn the wickedness of our people and the wickedness of the world. Jeremiah, see, I knew the in the room. Jeremiah 1:5. Let's get that. Jeremiah 1:5. It says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And that's what our parents don't understand. They don't understand the spiritual establishment or orchestration of this. We were born in the womb for a reason. Hey, you think we just came out of nowhere? Most High formed us in the womb. He had things that he sold into us in the womb before we came out of the womb. We probably heard different things that the angels had us, to kind of, listen to more than the average baby could. That's setting an example. And then when you get, then when you go out of your mother's womb, it says, you don't remember the former things. But now we're remembering it. Now we know why the Most High brought us in that way. There's a lot of dangerous. There's a lot of dangerous things that could have happened in the womb, or you being inside of another person's body. They could be able to control you. And carry you wherever they want you and shit. So the angels had to be guiding, make sure the men of the Lord were all right. And it says, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, there go, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet into the nations, right? So we, the parents and all that, everybody's cute when they come out as a baby and all that. And you get to spend time, the parents get to spend time with their children and enjoy their walk. But soon, you start growing a beard, you get grown, you start discerning things, you start figuring things out, And then we had to go into the world and then come into the truth. I think High Priest Ariel, I think he was born in the truth, if I'm not mistaken. But and now this is the purpose, man. And then what did the devil know? That, hey, it's going to be children, just like back in the Moses time, the children of the Hebrews, they multiply. And then they know prophets are going to be born, so they be like, damn, we got to get the AIDS awareness out there. We got to stop them with the crack. We got to stop them with the gang banging. We got to stop them with anything any method they can come up with. False leaders, false leaders. Prophets, setting up a whole. It just happens that Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was at the time when the truth came out, man. The Abba that so happened around that same time. So they knew they were doing. Same time JFK got killed, they tried to make this whole little facade to keep Jake from seeing that this is the way the Lord wanted us to really go. Yeah. And I go to Yahawah, but he just talked about the slave Bible, man. Took certain things out, didn't let us read the Bible. Those are all, it's a great deception, man. From wanting us to know that we Hebrew Israelites. They're doing it today again. That's why they make the schools in Oklahoma teach the Bible again. But they're going to do the same thing. Yeah. They're going to take stuff out. Yeah. They ain't going to really explain what's going on. If this wasn't the truth, why would we break that spell, man? That even Willie Lynch talked about. How we break this spell? Because we could be niggas. It's easy to be a nigga, man. And niggas don't really do shit but cause trouble, go to the club, hang out, smoke weed all day. Like Tupac said, smoke weed all day. Yeah. Want to be the NITTA, It says, then said I,
Ah, Lord, power, Yahawah. Behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. The Lord said unto me, say not that I am a child, but thou shalt go to all thou shalt city. Yeah, man. Because, there's lawyers out there. There's Bible scholars out there. There's big philosophers out there. And then you be like, I'm just a child, man. I don't know what to tell them. Once I step and send you to a video. And so this is becoming the book of the land again. Slowly but surely, but Most High going to have to turn it all the way over, but like you said, they starting to put the Bible, trying to put the Bible back in school.
Got a whole bunch of people online trying to come in and read different scriptures like they know what it's talking about.
Yeah.
Because people get nervous. Yeah. They're starting to see that the scriptures,
Okay. Yeah. If they can know the, scriptures, they trying to make the scriptures comforting, but they ain't gonna read out the scriptures because they're gonna read that they Edomites.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it ain't gonna work well for them.
So they keep going to them Gentile scriptures talking about the Gentiles can be saved. They try all that stuff because they hoping that they can get out.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't, man. There ain't no way out of this thing.
Most High put them in their own matrix.
Yeah. Ain't no way out of this thing unless you're an Israelite and you're the elect.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it says, say not that I am a child, and go to all thou shalt send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Yeah. We didn't command ourselves to speak what we speak, and this came from the scripture. It said, go on the highways and byways, compel my people to come in, warn them of their sins. And it said, prophesy against Magog and God and Magog. It said, prophesy against Mount Seir. It says, prophesy against the nations. Man. And now these nations are starting to understand, that's who they are. They starting to understand that they ain't got the juice like Israel. They don't got it elect.
They ain't got the sauce.
Yeah, they ain't got it. You ain't never heard of Moab talking about an elect. No. Or even the Christians talking about an elect.
Everybody can get saved.
Yeah. Exactly. It says, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, said the Lord. So they hate him that rebuketh at the gate. And they get all savvy with tactics and all that.
No, you're like right here.
Verse 9. Shalom.
Shalom.
Verse 9, then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. Most High put these words in our mouth. We didn't. Then we woke up one day and said, I had a dream, man. I'm getting out in the street. And you don't have nothing to talk about. But now that the scripture's been broken down by the apostles and prophets, elders, then you can say, man, let's go here, let's go there. Like the scripture said, here a little, there a little. They so-called white men come up, no, God so loved the world, let's go to the world, man, see what it means. It's not the same world that the people believe it is on the earth.
Yeah, cosmos, like you said in the Greek. It's talking about the elect. Yeah.
And then you read the Bible, you start understanding every chapter talks about the elect, the remnant.
One lily. Yeah. One chosen people.
It says, see, I have set this day before thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and pull down and to destroy and to throw down and to build and to plant. And that ultimately comes in when we rule these nations. They're going to be under us, and they're going to be building and planting things that we tell them to build and all that. They're going to be our servants. Because this whole world is messed up because there's no right rulership in this place. It said if the righteous was an authority, the people will rejoice. And you see this mourning all over the place, man. Even TikTok, it was supposed to be an entertainment, joy, to enjoy, laugh and stuff. People still do laugh on it, but now you're starting to see these tragedies, man. These the Biden administration talk and all that, just from the common Jake. Jake wasn't on that shit before. He was just hanging out on the porch, like, what do we do, man? Well, I guess I'll sell a little drugs or some shit. There ain't nothing to do. But now it's something to do. It says be occupied and profit. It says, but yeah. So we've been formed in the womb. This is a real matrix, man. Like this real powers on earth. This real powers of the people. The elites got CERN shit like CERN, man. High technology, high energy, and all that. They got satellites, man. How is Jake gonna compete with that, man? Without the Most High, where does our power come from? Well, the Most High, you be like, you just woke up in the womb and shit, like actually formed in the womb. Most High formed you in there. Of course, the man put the seed in it. The Most High, Jake don't have to just, you know how you make a cake and you have to watch over the cake like every 3 minutes and shit, and you gotta make sure it's not bubbling and no things. They didn't have to do that when the child was in the oven, in the woman's womb. And you just wait 9 months and there it is. That's the Most High.
And it said man's going to the Lord, so he the one who had the man doing that. Exactly. To have that child, put it in his spirit.
Exactly. Those parents come together. All that's the Most High. You got some more.
The one that you quoted earlier.
Yeah.
Want that?
No, get not right now. Right. Get that Ecclesiastes 7:11. Okay. My favorite scripture. One of them.
Right. It's Ecclesiastes 7:11.
11:5.
11:5. Oh, all right. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 11:5, and it reads, "As thou knowest not what is the way of the spirit."
Them scientists, them men of CERN and all that, they don't know the way of the spirit. They don't know how the Most High get down. They don't know how Esau and Jacob could come from the same womb. Be brothers and Most High hate one, love the other. They don't know what the miraculous stuff that's happening in the womb. They didn't know that this baby is going to become a great prophet. Like a lot of their greatness come in these movies and shit. They play scientists, doctors in the movies, but the earth don't really need them. The earth don't really need the so-called white man. But Most High is giving him his time is for his purpose. So he is propped up for a reason. His powers do matter according to prophecy because the Most High made it that way. Go ahead. So they know not the spirit. Go ahead.
Nor how the bones do grow in the womb.
How do the bones grow in the womb? Scientists be trying to figure all that out, and they can't. All they can do is deal with physical matter. They don't know the way of the spirit. They don't know who this man is going to become. They didn't know we was going to become prophets. They thought we was going to be in the ghettos and slums forever.
That's why King Herod, when Yahawashi and Joseph and Mary fled into Egypt, he killed all the firstborn because he didn't know who was going to be who.
And then as soon as the son was born, he's like, well, show me where he is. He want to know because he want to get at him. They know when children, and every time, even with the incident with Mary and Elizabeth, her cousins, when they brought forth John and then Yahawashi, they said, and then they saw miraculous things happening, angels and all that. It was like, well, this is the beginning of we gotta get out of here. That was the beginning of the steps leading to Yahawashi being crucified, which is the beginning of their downfall.
If it wasn't for him putting that covering cast over the people, they would be doing the same thing today. King Herod could be back today, or he might be coming into the world. But he's gonna be here for that judgment. The Lord's gonna make sure everybody who's supposed to be here for that judgment gonna be here. And that's everybody. Nobody gonna be left out.
they say? The apostles say true. They said when it's increased on the earth, like men have increased on the earth for a reason. For a reason, for that judgment.
Yeah, it said
in the Apocrypha it says, look how much have increased in the earth. Wickedness also, but look how many, like now the gate used to be wide, but now it's narrow. You know, because men have increased wickedness. Now you can't, you deal with that's why people say, let's deal with a small circle. You know? But once you get a big circle, you have like 100 men in a group, you don't know who's going,
Can't check nobody.
Yep.
Too much stuff going on.
Too much going on.
And you trying to check yourself too. Yeah, it's like, that's why the Lord set up small sanctuary.
No sanctuary, yeah. Even that's how you know how many people were walking in Jerusalem. Yahawashi said, who touched my garment? Jerusalem used to be filled with on the streets, man. But now look, we the only one on the streets. Talking the good word.
Yes. So it says, grow in the womb of her that is with child.
That's with child, yeah.
Even so thou knowest not the works of the Most High who maketh all.
You don't know the works of the Most High who maketh all, man. Because even the Most High told us, hey, I love y'all, man. Wasn't Esau's, y'all brother? But I hated Esau and loved you. Because what did Esau was he doing? He was trying to pursue Jacob to slay him, man. Just like the spirit of Cain. So now we're reaching this battle of spiritual war. Because even the top men, the top elites, they deal with black elite men, and they deal with black philosophers. And they're the ones that's putting out these philosophies of 5%ers and all that. The Malcolm X thing and the Christian doctrine. The Christian doctrine got a black philosopher behind it.
It's a battle for your mind.
Yeah.
And they don't want the hopeful elect to come on one accord, because that's what it says the elect will do. That's why we hope we are the elect, because we portraying that image to the best of our abilities, while the rest of the world is literally the opposite of that.
And now, it's not like, because they got a thing called coexist where all these religions come together. That's another wicked spirit, man. You don't supposed to coexist. Then your enemy is going to be in the house.
And the closest you see to that stuff working is a sticker being on the back of their car. You ain't never see them doing no work for the Lord. No. They ain't never gathering together or nothing. It's just a little couple books they got. Maybe they got a video game or something. Whatever. But it's why? It's a pointless concept of life. It really is dead.
Go to prophet against many kingdoms. Let me get this in the meantime.
It's 28.
Jeremiah 26:4, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord, if you will not hearken to me to walk in my law, which I have set before you, to hearken to the words of my servants, the prophets, we're not no big shots like celebrities with cameras and all that, and have to jump out of the limousine every when we read the scriptures. We're servants, man. Yeah. We serve the Most High. We got to, gather stuff together, got to report, and communicate and march, and, I'm talking about spiritually, by being on the highways and byways. We ain't just, we got to study, we ain't just out here, man.
Got to refresh our minds, know the word, all that stuff.
Fight stress, fight, depression, fight the enemy, fight the demons in your mind and shit, It says, whom I have sent unto you, both rising up early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened. Because you can easily say, well, I got a personal relationship with God. Well, that ain't how God communicates. He communicates through his prophets.
You know, hey, with nations. Yeah. He deals with nations. You know, and within those particular nations, there's certain leaders that he commands to do, and he shows them certain things, but it's for the whole nation. Yeah, it's the whole body. You know, we don't just do anything personally for ourselves, and the rest of the brothers and the elect don't benefit off of it. This is for the benefit of the elect. You know,
it was preordained.
Preordained.
That's what we're getting at.
That prophesied against many nations. I just posted a comment. It was in 28 though, like you said.
It says, Jeremiah 28:8, it says, the prophets that have been before me, prophets and before thee, of old prophesied both against many countries. Why did it say that of old? Because it's going to happen again. There's going to be prophecies until the prophecies fulfilled, man. You know, I mean, prophets until the prophets are fulfilled. But, you know, so as long as this world is ruled by wickedness, you're gonna see men of Lord. You're gonna see the truth. What did it say? You know, there's so much time that has passed, and now now the truth is out. Because the Most High plays chess, man, spiritual chess. He set up war tactics different ways than men. You know, slavery had to go by. That's when we had the Black Power stuff. Go back to Africa with Marcus Garvey. We had the Emancipation Proclamation, whatever. We had the so-called liberty of so-called Bahasham and slavery, which was a lie. But all those things, and then finally being able to vote, bear arms and all that, those were tactics, man. Set Israel up to believe that he's a part of this dream of America. Because their dream ain't like, man, to play the best basketball, be on a pro team, or to be a pro wrestler. Their dream is to get this new world order established. They have a whole other dream that Jake, you know, but Jake just like, he won't just want that cash, man, and be famous and all that. Right? And well, you see what fame gets you, because all these basketball players are suffering behind child support and getting cut from the team, and different things, man. Breaking up families, even with them. They got all the money in the world, and still their families are broken up.
They don't understand that, like this treasure, this truth. Like we had to die a whole lot of times, and had to do what the Lord said to get to this point, to keep this truth to the end. That's the only people who are going to actually do it. Who actually, talk about the prophets, how they died. They died, seeing the faith far off, but they still stayed to the end. Yeah. And they did that every time and got here to get this truth. Mm-hmm. That's how serious this is. You ain't gonna just get into this.
Because what they say in the scriptures, they desired to see this day.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're living in special times, man. Because watch, man. Something gonna happen, man. Most High gonna drop a bomb and something gonna happen, man. It's gonna be some just crazy stuff going
get hot, man.
And there's some angelic stuff going on. They kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
See weird creatures. Many prophets wish to see the things we see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because like we going back to that scripture, one of the joys to see your enemy fall. I bet that we is in the spirit, just speaking as a man in front of the Lord, like I want to be down there. Yeah. In the last days, Lord, send me down there. I want to see Babylon destroyed.
I want to get out there because we know this is your will. We know that if we for you, we can be against it. Who is that in Revelation when the angels were talking about the Babylon, the one that so many waters? He said, "You marvel at Babylon." Who is that?
The he. Who is the he? Let's see what it says. Revelation.
Like Revelation 17, he marveled. Yeah. The angel always wondered who Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah. He touched
Like
on
who the angel was.
who the angel was talking to.
Who the angel was talking to?
Yeah, he said he marveled at it. And I
Talking
was,
about John the Revelator.
I think that might have been.
Yeah, yeah, that's John the Revelator.
But where is it? Where were you talking
But
about?
I see what you trying to say. You trying to, it's yeah. I'm gonna put it there. I'm pretty sure it's right.
Yeah, 17:6.
Yeah.
I can see she was drunk.
I mean, this is, John the Revelator, seeing this revelation.
I just know you like to look at it because you be thinking other things.
But, that woman, of course, is Babylon, America. Drinking with the blood of the saints, that's martyrism. And with the blood of the martyrs of Yahawashi, when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
That's just, going into him, seeing that the Lord set all this up for a specific reason, and for it to get destroyed, So, yeah, but they those prophets that talked about that in the days of old that wish to see what we've seen, that's us coming back. That's us, we hope to be that the men, What other point is to reading the Bible if you wasn't even there? We hope to be there.
Yeah, because the angel in the seventh verse said unto John the Revelator, wherefore did thou marvest? I will set thee mystery of the woman and the beast that carrieth her, which had 7 heads and 10 horns. So we represent John the Revelator right now, because now we're being revealed in the times that we saw back then. And remember, he said he's going to prophesy again on the land of Patmos. So it's all dealing with the angelic order set up for the prophecy of prophets being sent out there to break this down, what it means. And we are wondering with great admiration too, because we can't believe, like, damn, this is crazy. This is the actual, we're living in the actual harlot, man. This is the beast. Really what it is. Yeah, NATO and the EU, the beast is really coming together. So we are part of that orchestration, and Most High will, to the end,
Yeah, he made it only to where we could identify it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else really don't think it exists.
That's when you was getting in the Daniel 12 until our knowledge shall be increased.
Yeah.
We're going to and fro, and people be blind, and those that,
So I'm talking about 12 and 4.
And, the martyrism goes back to Rome. They was believing in Yahawashi.
Yeah.
And they was getting threatened and put to death. John the Baptist was beheaded. And they was like that gruesome stuff, like bring me John the Baptist's head on the platter.
On King Herod's birthday. That's why we don't celebrate birthdays, Jake.
Yeah,
that's why we don't do that stuff, because that's the customs of the heathen. And some of our cherished prophets have died on those days. That's why, Job said, curse the day I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And we're coming back. We want to come be those prophets in that time, coming back to get the reward that Yahawashi said he had. That's why he bring the prophets back. That's how we know they got to be here, or they can't receive their reward of getting saved out of Babylon and becoming the ruler of the nations.
And John, of course, Job was, of course, told he had an angel, talking like, to guide him because he had a purpose. Yeah. So even though, we're born in this effed up world, we still got a purpose. So the Most High keeps us here and guides us and say, no, prophesy. Hold your integrity in these gruesome times or whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got one. Just what we talking about. Revelation 22, verse 12, and it reads that, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me.
That's in red. So behold, I come quickly, man. And that's what we're doing, waiting on. It said, blessed is he that wait upon the Lord, man. So, and we see it already, the signs, man, the signs of the chariots and all that, the signs of the prophets on the street, all across the world, man. So we know we're close. And And there's people making TikTok videos talking about they've seen angels. You know, or babies looking at angels, or looking at, looking in the air, talking to somebody that people don't see. So it's another realm that we're dealing with, and the Most High is making that manifest. He's starting to make the realm manifest. So they're going to start seeing more stuff, going on in the earth. Go ahead.
To give every man according as his work shall be.
Yeah. What is your work? Yahawashi, when he was on earth, he said, if you don't believe my words, believe my works. They speak of me.
You got the Christians, they like, oh, faith, no work.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, man.
He said he's gonna give you what you did on your work.
He said, show me your faith. Show me faith without works, and I'll show you my faith by my works.
Done.
Because that's how you have faith. If you have faith that the world is ending, or that the evil's gonna be, you're gonna do something about it. Like, you're gonna be out here.
You're gonna move cautiously, circumspect. You're gonna think about, is this gonna lead me into destruction?
If a woman get kidnapped and she have faith and hope that she escapes, and then the kidnapper goes out the door, she's gonna jump out the window. You're not gonna wait for him to get back. They had two little black girls. They had a comparison with a black girl and a white girl, so-called. It was a Judite and an Edomite. And the Edomite, they continued to be kidnapped and raped. The first time chance that the young black girl got an escape, I think she was like 11 or something. She was out the window, man. And at home, literally looking at herself on the news of her own kidnapping. So she took they call it a leap of faith. Sometimes you got to take a leap of faith. This is a leap of faith. We don't see, it says faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things unseen. We don't see the kingdom right in front of us now, but we have faith.
Yep, we do. Jake know how to jump. Y'all seen him, Jake. He's gonna take that leap, man.
They got him in the air. They call him Air Jordan.
He's gonna take that leap, man. He's gonna jump all the way to the end, Lord willing. Jump past all the society, whatever they doing, we're gonna do this.
And the same ones they praise worked hard as hell. Michael Jordan, he worked hard as hell. He's on the 2/3 side now. But, he's been on the 2/3. He worked hard as hell. What is that Netflix? The Last Dance.
Yeah,
man. They show you all the things, like he was working day and night. Nobody else was playing basketball. He was competitive. Had three. You might have say, hey, I want to play against three people. Then you might just look like a dumbass for a little bit. And then you get to the point where you can master that shit. Like shit, like we said, mastery of the jiu-jitsu and karate and all those things. You have to wax up, Daniel's son. You can't just come in as a master, man. You gotta, even as a chess player, somebody got to teach you how to play chess. Somebody made that game, and they made the rules before you even. So you gotta say, well, you're breaking the rules, because you this is my game. Who made you? Well, don't play chess then. Play another game. See, this is the Most Highest game, and you're gonna have to learn to play by the rules of his.
And you got to know what piece you is.
Administration exactly.
The brother, so you got to know what your moves can be, like and that's how we learn them from the elders and the apostles. They show us like this is the best way to move. After they examine you long enough, they tell you like this is what you're supposed to be doing, and that's coming from the Lord.
By experience. That's why they have something called expertise of war. You can shoot an arrow and it goes straight through the bullseye of an apple, whatever, because you're an expert of war. And then when you be moving on the horse, you can still shoot that damn arrow into the apple, man. because you're that skilled. You know the right time, to release the arrow at any angle or any situation. That's expertise. I'm not saying big enough, us up it. I'm just saying we still learning to this day. I'm still learning.
And the one thing that's good is that this is gonna add up to where we actually get remembered for it, and it was worth something. Michael Jordan and them, they did all that stuff, and it's gonna be their shame.
Yeah,
that's a terrifying way to become a master. Become a master and realize your whole craft is meaningless.
But it says something for a corruptible crown. We want an incorruptible crown, man.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Though, just to know that we see that. We could have been that, but the Lord put us here.
You can actually get that if you don't got a scripture right.
So
people like, we're racing, we're jumping the hurdle. People like, what are they racing for? There ain't no marathon. The track season is not in. What are they out there? Hey, when soldiers train, they don't train during war. They train before war. We're training for the Armageddon. Because when the troops come in, you want to be, whether we have to be martyrs, whatever, you want to be in your best state of mind.
You want it to pay off.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you die valiantly and it doesn't mean shit. Yeah. It's like, what man wouldn't do that?
I was listening to brother. He was talking about like people being martyrs, and he said, even Esau cut off your head. That's a head start for your kingdom.
Yeah. And if it's like you cut my head off, I'm coming back mad as hell. Okay, I'm coming back whooping that ass. Right?
That's true. John the Baptist got beheaded, right? But he came back.
Yep. Yeah, and still ain't even got to get his licks in. Yeah. So I know we can wait. That's how look what the elders that they've been waiting all this time, and a lot of them they like us, they vexed with this place more than us.
Reincarnation does exist. That's one loophole Esau trying to get through, man. You're gonna come out and loop. You're gonna come around the loop and come back around.
That's terrifying because that means that all those ones that were there with Yahawashi and the prophets was telling them in their face that this is gonna happen. They're here today and they seeing it, and they can't take it, man. That's why some of them shooting their damn wives and themselves in the head and shit.
He say he come back for those that pierced him.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25, and it reads, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Temperate in all things. Go ahead.
God. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
So on the left hand side, you could have access to this world, and you can get your accolades, you can get trophies, you can get education and get the certificate and license things. That's what take life and shit, man. A badge of honor as a cop and shit.
Purple heart and shit.
Yeah,
fighting for Esau and shit.
Yeah, take like that kind of stuff.
Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, he want to see his name on the graduation list. He want to be alumni in school and all that. No, we doing this. This is the education of the Most High. This is the school of the Most High. It's the same, but it's on the right-hand side. It's doing righteousness. We got a school system. The old school, going back to Israel United and practical knowledge, there was a school. It was a bill. We used to go to class every day, and study every day. But now you just report to camp, but it's still a school, a learning session.
Because just like you were saying earlier, you got 100 people, you don't know who to trust. Yeah. You even had Judas in the 12, and Judas betrayed them. Yeah. So 12 people is still going to be a stake in them. Yeah. So that's why the Lord split up the school and put us in small sanctuaries. Yeah. But it's another thing to get to see and learn from somebody and be around them who actually was there. It's a different spirit with them. Different experience with that. It's like there's certain things that y'all can explain that
I still feel like I'm in high school, man. Got your backpack and shit. Pack your lunchbox and shit. I feel, you listen to your music in the hallway and shit.
That's
how I feel, man, about this truth, man. And the graduation is when we get on them chips, the ships, man. That's when you graduate, man. That's when you better than everybody else. That's when you made
how they got valedictorian. That's gonna be the whole elect.
Yeah,
they're gonna be standing up there. Yeah, we salute y'all. It's about to die. We finna leave. Shalom. That's what we hoping we at.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want to be over here.
Where do the birds go when it rains? They do perches on. As much as the trees are there for the birds and all that, and things that they can perch on, they love perching on the trees because it's the way the Most High made it. It's nature. Most High got. Come on, man. You have a power like that. He make everything, and you say it ain't good and shit. It's the people that's fucking this place up, man.
Yeah, he said he made it and it was good. When he made it at the beginning of the race, he said this is good. This is cool.
You look on YouTube, there's certain waterfalls and stuff, and glacier mountains and shit.
That's how you know it's a balance, though. He said this is good. He said this is not good.
Then they got you confined in a job. Like, damn, gotta look at these motherfuckers all day for 8 hours. 8 to 10 to 12 hours. Like, damn, when Jake on his piece, he want to just go up in the open land. Jake purchased land. He don't even know what to do with it. He just go ahead and sit out there. And say, at least this is mine and shit. You want to own some shit. You don't own a damn thing in this place.
Just sit in that shit and do nothing. There's nothing there for Jake to do.
But now we got something that we can hold on to, man. And study and read and feel vibrant and see. You're a prince of power. Whoa. I'm going to read that every day. You know how we had those books back then for our children, and they didn't have no black children, and they didn't have no black families in the book. You just saw Edomite children. I cannot relate to that.
We just confused. Where the fuck we fit in? There was just none of us around this whole damn book.
Yeah.
Where were we at?
By the time you open up the books for your culture, it should be like Keisha came out of the ghetto, got raped and shit, had to sell drugs, messing with a ball of pimp. That's
it. That's all y'all can
give us the grimy shit, man.
Ain't nobody, no Jakes was smart.
Yeah. So of course, you had the 90s where they started having those black TV shows.
Yeah.
That was like Bill Cosby. That's education. They pushed them to go to school, and you can't be nothing, unless you go to school and shit.
Be a good sports player. Go play for OU.
And then what do? Run to so-called white man's hands. He got the contracts and the big money. Every time, man. So what did Jake try to do? Get his own contracts. Get his own distribute. Get his own shit. Do his own YouTube, his own media, but more. They about to cut that shit, man.
Even they doing it, they still gotta go. They still gotta go to Esau. They still gotta go to the store to get their food. Yeah. They still gotta have a driver's license. Yeah. So they really don't run shit.
Yeah. Because they say with 1 million YouTube video hits, you only make
like 3 bands. Yeah. Something like that. But that's after you gotta sign that 501c3. You gotta sign that to get that bread. You see? That's why you see some of these camps. Yeah, they got a lot of views and stuff, but they get paid for that. They get sponsored for that stuff, man. You know what I mean? Esau paying them.
That's why they don't include the name Yahawah, Yahawashi.
When we talk about the MOTV,
MOTV. It's like the same as church. It says, this is our war. This is what we came to do. Go to that scripture. I'll get it. Ephesians 6. This is one of my favorite scriptures too because it talks about a spiritual soldier, man. A spiritual weapons, which is the greatest weapons of all, man. Because if you knew what a man's mind was that happened in his mind before he did it, you could solve a lot of problems. That's why they're coming out with this, trying to come out with minority report, trying to arrest you before you even commit the crime.
Have the things where in the prisons they got it where like it make you feel like you was the victim and they put that memory in their mind. So it like terrorized them like the victim got terrorized, like they terrorized the victim.
Yeah,
you know, like that's like you know like that's you ain't supposed to be tapping into somebody's mind like that, man. You go weenie-ify the criminal, like you know.
That's why they with the spirit of
you can't put somebody else's memories in your head. You gonna be maybe it was a female or something. Now he started acting like a female and shit because he got attacked like he was like a female in his mind and shit. Like what is Esau doing with the shit, man? You messing everything up, man.
If you got on the earth for a man who wants to be a woman and get pregnant like a woman, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to clock out. All right, it's bedtime to go.
Unwise king destroys people.
Yeah, you know that's what's happened. So America's ruled by an unwise king. Ephesians 6 and 12. It says, well, I'll start at 10. Well, we can start at 5 because we talked about it. It says, servant, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh. Jay came out of slavery. He got whipped by the so-called white man, so he equate that with what they did. No, you ain't supposed to treat your servant like that. There's a right way to treat your servant because you got a master also in heaven. So why didn't Esau abide by that when he opened up the Bible? No. It says, with fear. So if you go to your job and you work at your job, you're a servant. And your boss is, you can call him whatever you want to, but in that scenario, that he's your master. I mean, you got to listen to him. You know?
But changing the job. And
what did Jake do? He don't mind because he's getting paid. This you don't get paid for, so Jake is like, yeah, I don't know about that.
You get paid for it, but the transaction is pending until you make it to the end. Then you're going to get.
You know how many people being the truth if Jake clocked in and he was able to make $30 an hour.
Yeah, he already get a portion of the universe every 2 hours, like or whatever.
Yeah,
like
we give him a gold nugget every week.
Jake could be in this. This be lined up.
All right, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, it's motherfucker till next time you get the gold.
Yeah. And then guess what? He ain't gonna come to camp no more because he's gonna have enough. He gonna have enough gold like him. Receive his custom.
Simple as shit.
It says, according to the flesh. The Spirit Most High working through these men to say that. Why would they say according to the flesh? It said, with fear and trembling and singleness of your heart, your mind as unto Yahawashi. Not with eye service as men pleasers. Like, telling him, look, watch what I do this. Sit, stand, sit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, people watching this shit.
Bosses not gonna do you like that. You got people in the churches, there's people lined up, and the pastor was smacking them in their face and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Just bow, and they was in there like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, how is that helping anybody? Like, how is that helping nobody? Like,
you gotta be like, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna go back to that.
Yeah, then he went to the next church down the street. This nigga in the middle of the damn church with a trampoline, bouncing on the trampoline, talking about your faith can only go this high. Get off the trampoline, bro.
He was dancing, break dancing.
I know he did one song. The whole song. It was a video. Like it was an R&B
video. And that's what I'm saying. You don't, when it comes to like talking to the Israel, you got to do like it has to be the right way. Like none of them were doing that. None of the prophets were breakdancing or doing videos. Everybody watching and stuff.
I was in that church. I was like, you know what? Get the hell about it. Singing the whole song and shit.
Yeah, I'll be the one to call out. Hey, what the fuck y'all doing, bro? What the hell is it?
Work on your emotions.
You see him over there. Get him.
Yeah. That's the nicest song I ever heard. y'all been listening to that. But there's nothing wrong with it.
But it is, dealing with the truth with it.
Yeah,
It's got to be separated. Can't put that over here. What the hell is this? It's like Cain gave the Lord some fruit. Look at this shit. Damn, ribeye steak. What the hell is this?
This is I would like service as many pleasing, but service of Yahawashi doing the will of Yahawah from the heart. And if you go back up to verse 1 of chapter 6, it says, "Oh, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right." So you got, even when you're a young child, even until let's say 18, you gotta do everything your parents do.
Yep.
You can feel grown, you can have a beard on your face. As long as you're under your parents' roof, you gotta listen to them. And then if they get, no parent would tell their children ill advice. But according, to this world, Jake he don't have the knowledge, wisdom, understanding most high. So he could, teach his son about pimping and all that, and that's not biblical. But I'm just saying, you're supposed to obey your parents even.
Yeah, that's why I said in the Lord.
Yeah,
because you do got to, exactly. It's got to be right still. Yeah, there's a whole lot of ways to do something wrong, but there's only one way to do things right. Yeah, and you got these parents. Some of them, they don't have that spiritual understanding of the Lord, so they didn't even treat their children right. They didn't really teach them nothing. Some of them did. That's why they out here just doing whatever Esau put out there for them to get caught in.
That's why, Most High groomed us. You usually start this truth when you're young, man. And you get groomed, So now, the Most High sent to you the prophets as the voice of the Father. That's another scripture. This is the go-to scripture. Luke 1:68, it says, "Blessed be the Lord out of Israel." He has visited and redeemed his people. This is in the New Testament. Blessed be, and I didn't never hear no so-called slave master talking about they Israel. They didn't even say they was Israel. It was these rats over there, the Jewish people. They look down at their own people like, look at these snagger-tooth rednecks and shit. Because they, like our people, they at least look down on the black elites look down on the poor blacks.
Same vice versa. Yeah, that's that Esau mentality. Because he just talked about you don't treat your servant wrong. Yeah, when you increase, your servant increases. That's what it's about being in the brotherhood. We come here to be increased as servants. Because the Lord is giving us,
What it say? The harvest is plenty, but the labors are few.
Yeah. So that's why he had the internet, which is the unicorn, found in Job 36. That's why he even had that made. Because there's not enough people doing the damn work. So it has to have, This is like the what's that? The Urim and the Thummim. How they would go to war. That's kind of like what this is now. That's how we can know we're at war. Because you're seeing all the elders standing up on the highways every weekend, all the brothers doing lessons every day. This is the way we can communicate. Because we're not together no more. So we had to make a way. It's all,
It says, and visit and redeem his people. Have raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. It's a spiritual thing. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. even if you were born and you didn't know, you grow up, you still don't know. That spirit in you is that same spirit, man. Regardless of what. That spirit is back on the earth again in the fleshly body. So it prophesied, it says the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. So they're back again. You know? And of course, everybody gonna look at it as like, yeah, I work with him, boy. That's my son and all that. You know? The Most High dealing on a whole spiritual, technical level and shit. Yeah, like with his men. Yeah. And they just think we just some regular people, and that's good. Yeah. But that keeps us in case we are dealing, and it keeps us humble. You know? Like you can't say that you press the power with your job. They're gonna be like, yeah, grab these fries and
you need an extra time.
Yeah,
that's what they're gonna be like. Yeah, I need some extra shit.
Yeah. Could you stick?
Yeah. The Lord like to work like a surprise element. Yeah, so he gonna come like a thief in his night. Like you said, like he keep us home. If we really truly knew he was with them numbers, Harvey. It'd be another ego, another battle. It'd be like battle with the flesh.
It was just like Spider-Man when he had to live with his aunt. He didn't have his own crib. He still, tried to catch the bus to school and shit and do all that, Before he became Spider-Man, even as Spider-Man, he still had rules. Like, just do whatever. He was, like, having to still, like, he was under his aunt's house, so he had to go under,
Have Superman going to school and shit.
Like, what are you doing, man?
You have superpowers, man.
You can fucking get the fuck out of here. Why are you sitting with these
working at the Daily Planet?
Daily. Trying to make news and shit.
Like with Lois Lane's laying there.
Said breaking news, motherfucker, I can fly and beam motherfuckers out of the sky. Yeah. You need to know I can do that.
See, the Most High don't want us to, he wants us to know what power is, how to handle power and loyalty, in the learning process.
And the power without emotion.
Yeah. Because Jay could be like, man, make everything disappear. Wait, what about servants? We don't serve. Nah, fuck Esau. I just want him to disappear. Ding.
He ain't go through no suffering, no pain. He get no recompense. It's just
happeness and nothingness. He needs to serve his sentence.
He needs to be around so we can see him get his ass whooped for a while. Like 1,000 years.
It'd be more fun if Jay had more power. If Jay was able to fly.
Yeah. I don't know if you've been watching it.
Supercell. I heard about it. I'm starting watching.
Yeah, Supercell. Yeah.
It's like 8-part series. I heard about it.
And it's young Jakes. How they start going off.
Came back to the hood.
Yeah. They had to learn how to build it too. They didn't even know they had it at first. That's just like us with the Qadash, the Holy Spirit. We didn't know we had it, and then we started going, oh shit, I know shit. And, now you got.
And they had special gifts. I don't want to spoil it.
I heard about it.
Yeah, we almost.
But they were subject still to one another. Yeah. Anyway, it says, that's a must watch.
Man, yeah, that's Supercell right
there. 27. See what this is. Acts 3 and 21. It says, whom the heaven must receive until the times of restitution of all things, which the Most High has spoken by the mouth of all his holy prophets since the world began. Man. We've been doing this since the world began, man. There was order and orchestration, and with Atham, there was order. Don't mess with that, in the midst of the garden tree and all the good evil. Don't listen to the philosophy of the devil and all that. Name the animals, take care of the garden, cultivate it. Plant you in the east, take care of it. That's we have responsibility, and now we're suffering for it, but we're starting to be responsible again as young men. And one of the responsibilities is coming out of highway byway. That's the responsibility. Upholding your job, maintaining, paying rent, taking care of your tags and credit card debts and all that. And then try to fly as straight as you can, or right as you can, so to speak. So, second address 15 and 1. It ain't easy. We didn't say it was easy. saying? Like we said, they're gonna make it harder. Man. They're gonna start bringing in new laws and snatching stuff from Jake and holding Jake back in these areas and all that.
They just made it where you can get fined even if you were in the passenger seat. For like let's say you knew somebody was drunk driving and you ain't stopping, and you riding with them, or like even if like they was falling asleep at the wheel or something, and they make up well, they could be like you wasn't looking out for them. Like they started to make it to where
you gotta have a tag too.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have like insurance too.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like
only 2 forms of insurance for one cartage.
Yeah, it's gonna be all types of shit they do to try to keep Jake from advancing in this world. But that's the Lord's mechanism. He's doing that because He doesn't want us to get there. If we get there, we can't be hid by the counsel, the secret counsel. That's why He's got us down here and got us where shit's fucking up. So it's really to our help. Like He said, I didn't bring you down here for your work. Like I bring you down here so you can learn like really what salvation is.
That's right. Even going back to the old school with Albert Bivens, he split that up. He split them from the commandment keepers.
Yeah, it's like shit had to work.
Yeah, because when it gets too big, it's like,
the Lord say, you don't want a big fat ass lamb, you want a lean lamb. You want, a prime cut choice of Jake.
Perfect. He wants a perfect man. Yeah, and we cut the fat of our own selves. Examine ourselves.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Words of prophecy. That's what we gotta speak. What are words of prophecy? The MOTP. The coming of World War III. These things are to be said before they happen. The end of the world. The coming of Yahawashi. They even Nazi even seeing some things, and putting it on screen like this look like some kind of object, it looks like it's a disc or something or flying or something. We ain't telling them to do that. They looking at Most High got them looking into the firmament and seeing this stuff. So they gotta put it out there, and then but it's for our strength, the strength of our faith. That's a faith boost. Every time I see a chariot video, a brother that seen a chariot or an angel, that's a faith boost. Go ahead.
Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
I will put in thy mouth, just like Job. All them that were ordained, he put the words in their mouth to speak, just like Moses. He put the words in his mouth. The Most High said he made the mouth. He made the mouth. What did it say? He made the mouth. He made the tongue.
Yeah, and says the tongue comes from the Lord. I think it's Proverbs 16:1. I think that's another one talking about too.
Yeah. He formed the mouth or something like that.
Yeah.
He made the dumb, the deaf, and the blind.
Yeah.
Now, if the men get spiritual powers, and the dumb, if people complain about a dumb or blind person, yeah, that's why the Most High ain't real. But then they get healed by these spiritual men, then what they gonna say? Yeah, they gonna say we did about witchcraft or some magic trick or something. See, that's why they don't speak too soon, man. Because when it happened, you be like, oh, shit. Now we understand why the blind was blind, because now the miracle of them, the eyes being open, is beyond human understanding. You got to give praise to the Most High on that and everything else. But you can't do it. No man can do it. You got to use different medicines and shit. And
Type of
eye surgery and all that. And you got to go through. And if you heal a man's eyes like that, man, that's of the Most High, man. I think we sort of reached the as far as mobilization of magic and all that, like Chris Angel and who was that? David Cup, yeah, all them. People ain't impressed no more when they're doing that shit. Yeah. Who gives a damn, man? What are you gonna do about this war? Can you stop bullets and shit?
Can you stop missiles from coming?
Yeah. Can you do a magic trick on that?
Yeah, shit.
You know?
Can you make sure I don't die in this shit? Man, his ass gonna be the first one doing some disappearing that we just start popping out. Where the fuck you go?
Yeah.
I
I will make myself disappear now, guys.
You should have been watching.
Yeah, he got a black sheet up and then he go into the bunker and shit.
He got black sheet. He got two people go grab the damn thing.
Yeah.
He ran off underground somewhere.
Motherfucker go spot him and shit. There he is.
Get him. That motherfucker was lying. Get his ass.
Get him.
He saw that scared look. He got that scared run. That motherfucker run. Yeah.
So we come to proclaim those things that we're talking about in the Bible talking about. There will be a second return of Yahawah. There will be angelic things happening on earth. There is a spirit in man that the Most High put in. The Almighty came from the Most High. I mean, the inspiration came from the Almighty. We're inspired to do this. You know, we write too with our minds about in our hearts and stuff. It says, write it in your heart. Write these things in your heart. You know? Get this with them. Write these things in your heart. You need to go over and over again and learn and study of it. Get it into your heart, your mind.
Just like y'all always say, you know, the elders, the Lord, the repetition is the Lord's skill. You know, that's how you get it in you and keep it in you by repeating. Yeah. This is Proverbs chapter 7, verse 3, and it says, "Bind them upon thy fingers." Okay. Proverbs chapter 7, verse 2, and it reads, "Keep my commandments."
Keep his commandments, man. His commandments all through the scripture. Keep them. Go ahead.
And live.
And live. That's what makes you live. You live longer. You obey your parents. You honor your father and mother. You live longer. You follow dietary law. You eat. You live longer. You love your brethren. You live longer. You know. You keep these things close to you. You can maneuver better in this world. You can escape things like where it says the righteous shall escape from. Like you wouldn't even be tied up in a lot of these things if you follow the word. What did it say? Jake, he broke in somebody's house. He didn't mean to hold a gun, but he just wanted to scare him and all that. He ended up shooting. Next thing you know, you're doing like 25 a life, and you could have avoided that because it says cover not a man's property. Yep. You could have saved yourself 25, 30 years on that scripture. Alone scripture. Like, that's valuable. Yeah. That's not even keep your ass out. You got to sit and just think about that. Decision. Yeah. Almost forever.
That's the problem. That's where they be like the prophets are boring and stuff. It's okay to be not in some shit, Jake.
They always want to be in some shit. Like NWA, always into something.
It's okay to just be plain, go to work, not really too much shit go down. Maybe you got a little something you got to adjust. Your life is pretty structured. That's what he wants. He want a structured building. You don't want it where you keep finding this brick all the way down the street. Like, why the fuck is it over there?
And it keeps moving further and further.
This is scripture said, "Don't be a man of many matters."
Yeah.
Cut you off.
No, go ahead.
That verse 3.
Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 7, verse 3. Bind them upon thy fingers.
Bind them upon thy fingers. Go ahead.
Write them upon the table of thine heart.
We have physical tablets now. We got the tablets of our minds.
You motherfuckers worry about the emerald tablets. It's all supposed to be within. And that's what Jake don't get, and that's how it always be when you see certain people try to show them. You eventually they're gonna go to something. Well, what about this? What about this? They don't think this is real. You know, like, and you can tell it's not, because if it was, the Lord would, you know, if they thought it was real, they would be, you would see they spirit would be acting different, like this, everything about it. Yeah, the Lord don't got to activate it for a reason.
A lot of these times when the cop take over and shoot him, it's because of his conduct. You know,
It is at that time where everybody knows the Israelites. Everybody, even if they just heard the IUIC or something, they've heard of the Israelites. Once you see at least one group of them or whatever, you know, if your spirit is Israel, you gonna be like, what is that? Like, you gonna start looking into that. No matter how you gonna find it, you know, the Lord's gonna lead the flock here. You know, GMS.
so what was the last scripture you read?
We just did Proverbs 7:3. Actually, I think we just had a little bit more. And it said, yeah, write them upon the table. Not hurry. I said, I already read it.
Yeah, write them in. So that way you'll start to automatically do those things. Because like you said, reputation and all that. You start doing something over and over again, it becomes automatic. You know, that's what Esau take a form, try to take a form of the Most High and say, well, I'm gonna make these robots robotic, like that's automatic, like they'll automatically take care of our tasks.
Yeah,
No talk back, no laid off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you keep working the machine, of course, it's gonna break down. Because it's still physical matter. Matter breaks down, man. Composites, whatever that is. That's the physical nature of science, but the spiritual nature of science is up. Well, it's all of the Most High, but energy is just transferred, man. So it don't break. It don't break down. It just transfers into. So we supposed to be a ball of energy right now. We supposed to be up and lively and man, and anytime. And sometimes I wish I could do more of that, like at the job. You could, even though Edomites are Edomites, you still got to talk to their ass. But you don't want to be no mopey and shit like, yeah. You gotta be at the job like, you gotta talk to Esau like a man.
Yeah, you gotta pumped up a little bit just to show that we ready for y'all ass to get took down, like we up. And you know, you gotta remember they putting all this stuff in the food and the air, and that's those demons that we battle. They don't want us to be excited about,
that's the elements breaking down.
Yep.
And that's why the Most High is going to transfer his men over into immortal, because this physical got to shed. It got to be broken down into the last element. And what it say in the scripture, it said, elements shall be on the elements, and the elements shall be on fire. Yeah, fervent heat. Most High going to melt all this physical matter.
And as you get older, it gets tougher, And that's how we know how the elders do experience. They learn how to battle, because they go through stuff that we don't go through as much. Like the elder a couple of days ago, he lost his voice. And it takes longer for his voice to recover than ours, because we younger, So it's like to see that and see that they're doing something. That's what we're preparing for. In case we got to go that far, this is the best example like this. And we're supposed to aid them, That's the order of it. Or there won't be no men on the highways and byways teaching no more. And it's only a little bit of us everywhere. And you see, like, most of the congregations that we're in is dead. We scattered. We're all facing our own reality, of what we did against the Lord individually. But he bringing it to where he's coming to get a select amount of people everywhere, to where like y'all gonna all that shame's gonna be wiped together with those people. That's why we spend more time with the brothers, more time doing that than people outside the world, because eventually at the end of the day in Jacob's trouble, they're gonna be the worst person they ever been the whole time they've been here. Like this last time, they're gonna be the most wicked they've ever been. All the other times they wasn't as wicked as they're gonna be now. It's gonna be women eating each other's daughters and babies and shit on a mass scale. So you can't be someone who's in the congregation of the day. You gotta understand that this person is gonna ultimately savage demon. By the time Jacob trouble get here. So that's why we're separating ourselves. Come around the brothers more, trying to hang around the brothers, stay around the brothers, because we know these are the only people whose light ain't gonna go out when everybody else's light, they spirit, go black and be like Esau, man. That's why they don't get destroyed.
So before knowledge shall be increased, you got wickedness knowledge, knowledge of the spiritual knowledge. So it's like
it's a war. Yep, and they increasing and we increasing, and they be funny. So the third of the remnant of Jacob versus the remnant of Esau is being separated, and 2/3 of everybody's in the middle of this shit. They don't know what the fuck's going on.
We got the scripture, yeah.
Yeah, it's lucky. It's lucky.
Go to the chorus against the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
trying to word it the best way I can.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Wait. I know you looked. We went over this one. We just went over
Trees of the forest.
I got my hospital. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a rock. I remember you went over this one. Yeah. What it says?
Oh, here you go. You got it. It says, second address 41. And the angel that was sent to me, whose name was Uriel, gave me an answer and said, thy heart hath gone too far into this world. See? You know? You could get too involved into this world and start asking worldly stuff that don't even matter. You're not looking at the whole spectrum of things. You know? The whole design of things, the preordained of things, the prophecy of things. You know?
Second address 41.
It says, and thinkest thou to comprehend the way of the Most High? Yeah. So a lot of these jakes, they think like the average mind of a man in the world, man. You got to be in the spirit and ask questions according to the spirit. But of course, they got to learn the spirit and know the spirit, and Most High got to give them the spirit to ask those kind of questions, to get the right answer for their soul, so they could be completed with that answer. It says, then said I, yea, my Lord, and he answered me and said, I am sent to show thee 3 ways and set forth the similitudes before thee. We talked about similitudes too. Whereof, if thou canst declare me one, I will show thee also the way that thou desirest to see, and I shall show thee from whence the wicked heart cometh. You know? And I like that, man. Like, that's what the Most High, he said, knowledge, you get a knowledge of the fear of the Most High. Like, he loved thinking minds. He loved, to sup with us, to talk to Jake, talk to Israel. But Israel, they don't know, man. They don't know how to talk to the Most High. I don't know, sincere spiritual level, or even just a sincere level like this is me. I'm fucked up. Most High, could you talk to me? And I said, tell all my Lord. Then said he unto me, go thy way. Weigh me the weight of the fire, or measure me the blast of the wind, or call again the day that is past. Yeah, you can't go back. A lot of times Jake be like, I want to go back to the 90s, man. That was the golden era. We didn't kill each other and shit. Gangbang was hiding in the motherfucker in the 90s and shit. Crack was hiding in the motherfucker in the 90s and shit. So, sometimes it's not always good to go back, but my point is, like, we can't get those days back. We have to look forward to the kingdom. We have to, look ahead and keep moving. Because a lot of our parents, when they get with us and they suck, they want to have you around to remind them of their youth too. And you be like, well, and they call you my baby, and was so young, pull out your baby pictures like, yeah, man. Those were times when we were young, man. But now I got a beard. I'm going out there, man. Like, I ain't no young guy no more.
You gotta tell me certain things.
Yeah,
You know, I done got it, man.
yeah. They worry about you. I mean, we understand that, but it's like we got a mission now. We got, it says, wherefore thou canst declare. It's just like somebody sending out the word. They don't get to see their wives every day no more. They could be gone like a year and two, and then they child, kind of like stands at the door, like don't know what to do. But then they get that bond again, of course. But sometimes you gotta be, you can't be around your family all the time. Be around a world person all the time, even at the job. You gotta understand where you're coming from and what you're into. Not so much as to know, like, but know that you're different from the world and shit. But y'all become friends, and then next thing you know, shit, y'all get some, you get into his shit. You're over his house and shit, and something happened at his house. Like, nah, bro, I can't, So you gotta be around like-minded men. It says, so he gonna show him where the wicked coming. And I said, tell Lord, my Lord. Then said he unto me, go thy way, weigh me, the way to fire, measure the blasphemy, and call me again the day that is past. Then Esai said, what man is able to do that? Now that should have asked such things to me. Even when things happen to us, like, you made a mistake, and you be like, damn, man, I should have done this. You can't go back, don't dwell on that shit, because you can't fix it. You got 2 tickets, go ahead and pay that shit, man. If you want to fight it, but don't dwell on that shit as so much of a burden and shit to keep you from becoming the man you're supposed to be.
You gotta repent, ask the Lord for forgiveness, and do your actions, Don't repeat the same process over and over again.
Try to get
better. But there's gonna be some stuff that you just deal with longer than others. Mm-hmm. There's some demons that's not gonna be able to come off of the hopeful elect until Yahawashi comes. Because if they weren't off of us, then we would be perfect. Yeah. So we always gonna be fighting demons. That's the battle.
Yeah. That's the strength too. That's how you get stronger.
By facing it. You learn how to defend yourself better. And then sometimes the Lord will send more on you, to strengthen your faith in Jacob's trouble. Because that's how they're going to try to get you. They're going to try to deceive you to take the mark. They're not going to force it. They're going to try to scare you into taking it. Something like that, So discomfort. Discomfort. They're going to try to put you looking, but they can only do what the Most High allows them to do. And they said that He ain't going to make us go that we're not able to go through. We don't went through some tough times. We've been at stuff. We just don't remember.
It says, what man is able to do that? And thou shouldest ask such things of me. And he said, because they're just trying to tap into the question, but you get the answers, but it's spiritual answers. So the flesh is, the flesh don't understand those type of spiritual things. Even when you're at work, you like, damn, man, you could be a spiritual brother. Like, we're spiritual brothers. I say that in the spirit. When we go to work and our flesh still be getting on us, what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Fuck these motherfuckers. You be wanting to cut your boss out and everything, but your spirit like, nah, this is where you make your money at. Chill out. Be wise and stuff.
Don't get mad when somebody smirks something or say something stupid to you.
Yeah. You gotta be the teacher in every situation.
And them devils are trying to lock the other. Garment caught on to it. Nah.
into hell, neither did I ever turn up into heaven. Nevertheless, now have I asked thee, but only of the fire and wind the day were through that has passed, and there's these things from which thou canst not be separated, and ye canst thou give me an answer to them. See? So that's why we worry about what. So Esau be doing that shit. We ain't trying to discover a new sea and shit. And bad, trying to land on the moon or go up into the firmaments to figure stuff out. No, we believe the Most High right now, man. I don't have to see hieroglyphs or go to another land to know that the Most High is real. That's our faith, But if a man did do that, he gonna marvel even more because he's gonna be like, well, what did this mean? Let's say you go over there and dig up some, you see some hieroglyphs and dig up, and there's a Paleo Hebrew, and then you dig up where the Canaanite language is a stone in the Canaanite language too. You're gonna be like, damn. So what happened right here? There's some incident happened right here because and you gonna try to unfold.
Well, it's a scripture saying that man knows some things are not meant for us to understand. Mm-hmm. It's too much for us to understand.
It ain't even windy out here, man.
It's not for our understanding.
It's just probably the weight of you.
Yeah, I need to get me a
put
new
that bag on there if you want to.
I need to get me a new
it says and he couldn't answer him. So he said, moreover, too, thine own things such as are grown up with thee, can thou not know. Yeah, even the things that grow up with us, we don't even know. Like I said, no man is gonna be sitting in front of an apple seed planted in the ground and wait for that whole tree to grow and shit. You're gonna be like, man, it's been like 2 hours. Like, where's that plant at? Where's that tree? Exactly. It says that too. Who can count the heads? Who can make one black or one white? We just gotta let the Most High do his thing, man. We can't do shit, man. It said, who could but prophesy? That's all we can do is prophesy. Good, bro. And then we look up different information, share with brothers, share with other white verse, But we gonna marvel. Most High got a lot of stuff that we ain't even seen, man. It's newly created creatures on TikTok and YouTube. Like, I'm like, what the hell is that? I ain't never seen nothing like that. What was that? You don't see that in your neighborhoods of black tech neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Think about if Jake saw all those kind of like exotic animal peacocks and what do you call it, the parakeet and all that, and that was all around his neighborhood. Shit, he'd be more fascinated with that than going to do a drive-by and shit.
2:30, they be trying to grill it.
Yeah, I know. 2:30, they'll mess it up anyway. What if a parent said, you can't do a crime, and it said the parents say, bless the Lord, bless the Lord. You're gonna probably rethink that, like, damn, the parent telling me something. Man. Jake know about that shit. Jake know about signs and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, man, son was telling me to not go to that house. That's why I got caught in. But your whole lifestyle is like that, Jake. You was gonna get caught somewhere in somebody's house. So you gotta stop doing what you're doing against the Most High. It said, verse 11, how should how should thy vessel be able to comprehend the way of the highest, and the world being now outwardly corrupted to understand the corruption that is evident in thy sight? Then said I unto him, it were better that we were not at all, than that we should live still in wickedness and to suffer and not to know wherefore. But we got to learn wickedness, though. We got to learn the depths of wickedness. We gotta learn the process of wickedness, how wickedness develops. You know?
Said break down the arm of the wicked till thou find none.
Yeah.
We gotta see what's going on with it to understand how to judge it.
Yeah. Why you think when Esau have these criminals in, and then he asked them, well, what happened? Take us back to when, and it ain't like they, you know, they crazy people.
Yeah.
They be like, well, we got into an argument. I got mad, pushed the person, they fell down the stairs. I didn't know they was going to, you know. All right, how were you drinking? I drank a little. See, that matters. You can't tell that story and leave the drinking part out, because they're gonna be like that. That's what triggered you to do that. You wasn't in your right mind, and you use your strength a little bit too much because you were drinking. So, you know, like T-Pain said, blame it on the alcohol, man. Niggas blame it on the alcohol, man. Shit, man. I know y'all saw me, you know, go down on her at the club, but that was that alcohol. I don't usually doing that shit. But you gotta get your alcohol right, man.
Yeah, you gotta do it in moderation, Jake. Yeah, you don't keep doing that. Just, you know, keep it leveled out.
It's gonna happen again.
Yeah, it's gonna be worse next time.
It's gonna be worse next time.
I said people waxing worse and worse.
Yeah.
So you get better and better. You get worse and worse to the time. The Lord, you know, connects the spiritual realm with this world, and everybody gonna be, oh shit. Everybody gonna, oh fuck, man. Everybody gonna know if they're gonna get jacked up or not.
If you don't fix it right away, like if you don't fix your car right away, it's gonna get worse. It might be an alternator going out, and you might ride 2 or 3 months with that, 5 months, but it's gonna go out until you fix it. And then there'll be another problem. Then you gotta fix that. You know, and the quicker the better. Because they'll start messing up other stuff.
The car will start breaking down with penny ride at all.
Exactly. So that's how we are, man. You know, you battle your demons, you take care of them, and you know, you go to the next demon and take care of that and fight him. You know, get him up, he falls down to the next demon. Shit. And then, like you said, some demons are harder than others, so you gotta probably go about 5 rounds with him. And you be like, damn, that demon got to me a little bit.
Yeah, fight each other, and then both y'all had to sit down and catch your breath. He over there in the other corner, you know, he got his elders. Hey, you know what I'm saying? He still mess up over here. You don't get him. You know, you got the elders telling us what, you know, how to fight them off. Yeah. That's the battle, man. Like,
battle in the battle. Yeah. It says, then said I unto him, it was better that we not live at all, then that we should live still in wickedness and to suffer and to not know wherefore. Yeah, it is better because, you know, wickedness you ain't supposed to be living and dwelling in wickedness. But the Most High said you ain't supposed to take care of it by disappearing and shit. You got to take care of it by facing it. Yep. Experience it. Yeah. Because a lot of, when they use the example of drugs, you get taken out of that neighborhood and like, man, I'm going to start a new leaf. I'm off drugs now. If you go to the same environment and somebody show you some drugs, you might do it again. Out of there. You be like, damn, man, you know, but you can't run because you ran into you run into the same situation. You know? Because somebody's out there, the devil's out there, and he's going to bring it to you again. Or if you're not hooked on cocaine now you're hooked on pills. You're not hooked on pills, now you're hooked on sex. So the devil's always just knocking at your door like, hey, man. You'll see your friends out of nowhere. Hey, man, you still smoking and shit? Like, nah, man, I quit. But, hey, man, I get all that shit free now. I don't even have to work and shit. Like, come to my house, I'm always home and shit. Yeah. It's the devil. Yeah. It's the devil himself.
I got hoes in there.
I got hoes.
Like,
he show you what his soul. Look at this pretty ass. Hey,
the fuck, bro? I worked at Taco Bell with this guy. Why is he fucking saying I can do all this shit?
He just appeared. Just appeared in front of the other. Like, yeah, he got a job and he's the mailman. Hey, ain't you just happen to be the mailman. Got to delivery for you. It's Satan in that mother. You open that mother. it says, still in wickedness. Yeah, he said, he answered me, and I said, he answered me and said, I went into the forest, into a plain, and trees took counsel, and said, come, let us go and make war against the sea, that it may depart away before us, and that we may make us more wood. The floods of the sea also in like manner took counsel and said, come, let us go up and subdue the woods of the plain, and there also we make us another country. You know, it says the thought of the wood was vain, for the fire came and consumed it. So you think the sea got the victory, right? Because the fire consumed the wood.
Mm-hmm.
So the thought of the wood was vain, the fire came and consumed it. The thought of the floods of the sea came likewise to naught, for the sand stood up and stopped it. So that means that in your mind there's a battle. You gotta understand that those both could fall, even though one came against the other. Like you play chess in your mind and shit. Like, yeah, I got two wives, but that can work against me too. Because now I gotta support both of them, or I gotta they both on quality time. They both you got more people pulling at you. And it seemed like a victorious situation, but it's really not. It's the other end to that, to where you got to use wisdom for both of that. Now, if you can handle and do handle it, then that's what the Most High set up for you. But I'm just saying, there's another side of that where you got to use wisdom even for the one that you didn't think could win or be stronger than others.
Yeah, and that's why, like, a lot of the smartest people on the planet, one of the most intelligent people, when the time comes, they forget to apply that wisdom and actually be wise.
Yeah.
So you might know all this knowledge, but it's all about how you apply it with your actions when that interaction happens in that battle. And that's the experience that the elders and apostles have had. They've been able to react accordingly in all them different battles.
Because you think about the trees, they stand up over the sea. You be like, man, look how victorious the trees look. They stand and they're floating. And then you just like a tornado, it tear down the trees and shit. And then you look at the sea, man, that vast sea, man, that's powerful water right there. But then the sand stops and you like, damn. So you gotta consider that you gotta strengthen your weaknesses and the knowledge of the Most High, where He give you that ability of the wisdom to use it and apply it. So now we're strengthening every part of us. We're strengthening our weaknesses, and in our strength, we're understanding to be humble more on that side. To be less weight up on your head.
Yeah, less wrathful.
Yeah,
as well. Because when we in the kingdom, we ain't gonna be a wrathful people. We're gonna be a peaceful people. We're originally a peaceful people. And 2/3, they think that we come from a violent like birth. It wasn't like that, that's how it was for Esau. They started with a barely violent birth. That's why we know this when they go out.
And the balance of that is Jacob.
Yep.
It said he's the end of the world, and Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of our father. So it got to be that balance. If you want a full righteous kingdom and it ain't there yet, then you're gonna have to deal with a full wicked kingdom right now.
Yeah, to receive that righteousness.
Yeah. And that's that balance.
You ain't gonna inherit the universe for free.
Jacob is a man of peace. He's a man of spirituality. So you're gonna have a wicked man of war. And that's what it said. His words are smoother than butter. War was in his heart.
They call him the hem of the earth.
Hem of the earth. So you can't make Esau good, man. They be like, let's vote. You can't vote a wicked man into righteousness and shit. Or maybe if they, once we vote and once we got something to say, we're the black people, we got a voice too. No, you really don't, man. Because if you had a voice, they would have answered it by now.
Every election.
Every election. The voting that was back in the 60s, man. You gonna tell me how many years later?
Looking at damn near
80 years. Almost 80 years, and you still voting and shit.
Shit change.
Ain't shit changed. Because they vote for the same shit. Black Lives Matter. There was slaves' lives mattered. They wouldn't know. They might have said Black Lives Matter too back then, but I'm just saying. They was like, don't our lives matter? We slaves, can we in the field, can we get some water? They were saying the same shit. You know? And what did the slave masters do? Just steal crumbs out there. Like, yeah. Pick them up, Negroes, and just to keep you living and work another day. I don't give a damn. I ain't had one boss call my house and say, man, you cool, man. You know, sit and chop it up sometime, man. I'll be like, nigga, if you ain't coming in, we're gonna replace your ass. And then he gonna act like he ain't never seen you before. When your ass again. You know, when you go get that last check, you be like, hey, like, what are you here for? Like,
walk this way, Evie. Church over there with the service.
Yeah.
Like, don't even,
it's right down the hall. They direct you. Like,
HR will take care of
You
you.
can probably work there for 5 years.
Yeah, you know?
For 20 years, HR take care of you. See you out. Don't hit your head on the well.
Some of you jakes that smoke some weed with your bosses and shit. As soon as you get fired, can't keep you on the premises no more. You have to right. Yeah, lose contact with you and everything. As long as you ain't under that supervision, Jake is an animal. You could be anywhere. You have to mischief and shit. You don't know what you're doing. You need to be. They think you need to be supervised under them. That's what they're gonna do with that MOTV. They're gonna supervise you with that, control you with that. You know? It says, and if thou were judged now between the two, whom wouldst thou begin to justify, or whom wouldst thou condemn? Yeah. You know? But but most High is giving us wisdom in Israel. We're not supposed to like justify enemies. He's having us look at those different perspectives. Like if you don't do a full examination, you could be off. You could be off, man. You know? Like you got some people that follow boxing, and they're like, no, I know for sure he gonna win because I didn't see his work. Did a uppercut while he was walking away the other way and should have knocked this dude out. I'm voting for him. You know? You have something on the market that looks promising, I'll back that up. You know? But it don't look promising, man. Like the truth is very promising. Us being elected is very promising. The kingdom to come is very promising. If it wasn't, we wouldn't be out here, man.
We'd be out here like this every week, every day we doing lessons. Every day we looking about Yahawah, Yahawashi. You know, even if it is a time where we are taking a break, watching a show or something on TV or something, we still apply to the scriptures and be like, see, that's why they did that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll be looking at certain Elamites stuff like that might be Jake. They look like Jake a little bit. They act a little bit like Jake. You know, you can tell Jake's mannerisms, like they're just more lively
But like
than other nations.
Like I was saying, Most High made us go through the school system for a reason, the so-called white man school system. We had to be on time. We couldn't be late. The same thing applied to the camp. You know, you had to study, pass tests and all that. If you walking in the hall with some weed, you're gonna get, you know what I'm saying, get pulled over by the principal. You know, you had to socialize and talk to people. You couldn't if you had a girl in class that you liked, they'd be like, keep quiet in class. You can't talk to that woman. You gotta wait until the bell rings, and then you gotta go to your next class. And then after school, you gotta go back to your parents' house. They're gonna be like, you know, where you at after school? You're supposed to be back home. You gotta sneak and call and shit, and hook up with your girl or something. You know, the Most High made us have those kind of stipulations so we can learn. Like, you can't be wild out there. You have to have some kind of disciplinary oversee. You know, you have to be stopped. You have to be told something. You have to be, you know, hey, you know, don't quit talking to that girl. You know, and then you be like, damn, maybe, you know, because if I move too fast, yeah, I got a child right now, you know, and I'm only 15 years old. This is, when we were 15-year-olds, 14-year-old, 13, women had babies, we were ready for that shit because we took care of each other. Israel ain't ready for that stuff no more because we divided. So that's why your mom's always saying, don't get pregnant. Not that she don't love the children, whatever, but she can't take care of no kids right now. No other kids other than you or whatever. But if you had a system of fatherhood in your house, establishing with a family, you have like nieces and the sisters that take care, and they wouldn't mind taking care of your children because they take care of them. That's how our kingdom is ran. And the maids that take care of your children. You know? You know, we don't have to find a babysitter and have our own family to be burdened by our children. Let these heathens watch out. And they'll be in line and shit. They'll be afraid of us. That's why they're going to be afraid of us. They ain't going to think to even come harm against our children. You know? What did they say when they found Moses, drew him out the water? He's like, this is one of the Hebrew children. You know? Who's going to nurse him? And they brought his mother, you know, to nurse and all that. But, you know, they wasn't, they was in good hands. Most I had us in good hands, even with these nations on a certain level. So, you know, we ain't getting our backs with no more and shit. You know, we ain't in chains and shit on one leg hopping, and the thing, the iron is cutting into our feet and shit.
Get whipped and stuff. Yeah. Like, you know, we still gotta go to work and stuff, but you know, sometimes they do look out. You know, and that's the Lord, because they say they make your enemies be at peace with you. So you know, you are peaceful, Lord. That's why you're gonna have sometimes some of the heathens that'll be cool with you and help you out and stuff. And it's like you just gotta know that's the Lord, not them. They only do they do it, but it's not. Like they talk about Esau, Edom, and Barak and say he do like when he do it good, he do it unwillingly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he don't even mean to do it. He don't even know why he's doing that shit. That's the Lord doing it through them to show you that I'm fucking with you.
Yeah. You have a boss out of nowhere just saying, you know what? I'll give you a raise. You know? $1 raise because you know you're a good guy. You know, I've seen you working all that.
Like you're a good guy.
You don't go sit with supper with him and shit with his family and his dog and shit. Like
you don't show up for Christmas and shit.
Yeah.
You just get your raise.
Behind your with them.
Get your raise, give one of them handshakes or whatever. Thanks.
As soon as you do that, they be like, "Can you break dance for us?"
So can you rap? Yeah. Like, it's always that.
It's always gonna be that, man. And they racist unwillingly too. They just wicked. Like they just like, hey, dude, my favorite rapper is this.
50 Cent.
Yeah, 50 Cent. Like sometimes I play without him. I be like, well, yeah, you know, I used to listen to a little Def Leppard and all that, little White Snake and Elton John and shit like that. They go. See, and that's what we learn. We learn their shit too. How you gonna, if you don't know your enemy, how you gonna defeat him? We gotta know what Esau's up to, how he live, what he eat, what's inside his home and shit.
One thing, most of his music is whack as hell.
It's whack as hell. But some of our people are Israelites, like Elton John. I think he's an Israelite.
Yeah.
John Travolta. No, that's Lauryn Hill.
It was another
Fighters?
Yeah.
It was some fighters or something.
Two Fighters, yeah, maybe. I wouldn't think it was somebody you said that was like old school. And they was Jake. It was real old school.
Oh, you talking about what's the name? You talking about Queen?
I think so. I can't remember. It was one specific one, but it was like real old. It was real old. Like he could show me a lot of real old
Oh
school,
yeah, come on.
you know, musicians that a lot of people,
Frank Sinatra.
who people wouldn't perceive to be Jakes.
Yeah.
Even somebody like Shakespeare. Shakespeare was a Jake.
Yeah.
You know,
Beethoven.
Aristotle.
Yeah.
All them. They used to form all things. Salt of the earth.
Yeah. That's why we say those things, like not like if you can dance real good and you doing some shit that ain't nobody even seen, you starting Jake on this shit. You an Israelite.
Damn Jake.
So we don't take things for that face value, but shit, they know Edomite doing that shit.
Edomite don't know. That's why they don't. That's why they be asking us if we can dance. They don't know how to dance.
Yeah. And don't get it twisted, Israel. I mean, y'all know, but it's we the majority, man. We the sand of the sea. It says, I answered and said, verily it is a foolish thought that they both have devised. For the ground is given into the wilderness, the sea also is placed to bear its floods. Then answered he and me and said, thou hast given a right judgment. But why judgest thou not thyself also? But like, I mean, like you have a mortal man or an average man trying to hurry up the times beyond what the Most High already orchestrated for its process of time. Like I said, there's a time and a season for everything. Right? Under the sun. That's what time to be born, time to die, time to live. Time to fuck up, time to plant, time to go to war, and a time for peace, time to love, and a time to hate. So you can't reorchestrate that stuff. It's already in the books. It's already in the circle of life. So you be like, well, man, we should speed up the time to get into the chariot. Yeah, we do that. We mourn in our flesh, but we understand in our spirit.
We gotta wait.
We gotta wait.
That's what Judas didn't do. He didn't wait whenever. That's why he thought Yahawashi was gonna, rise up and take him down. A lot of Israelites thought that was gonna be the end times. So that's why Judas tried to trade him and whatnot. But he thought the Most High was gonna, send some angels down and destroy him and was gonna get out of there. That's why even at the end of it, he felt sorrowful when he hung himself. Because he was like, damn, I didn't understand what. But it was just part of his lot to do that. But ultimately, he was trying to rush the time of the Most High. Make him raise his hand.
And you see what happened with Yahawah. He came back. I mean, he resurrected. So it ain't like Most High left us hanging like to fear death. He's like, my son rose from the dead.
Came back and talked to all of y'all, seen everybody, seen their Paul, and then left. All right, y'all gonna forget this shit happened. You're gonna come back and remember it then.
There's some people that's been in the coma for 5 years that come back and shit. Y'all waiting for him? Well, ain't done nothing. In 5 years, been laying that damn bed. And y'all rooting for him, man. And we doing all this work. Yeah, whatever. It says, right judgment. It says, understand the light to the ground given to the wind and sea to the flood, even so that they dwell on earth, they understand nothing but that which is upon the earth. Only he. So, if that's the case, how do we know about the heavens? I mean, but it's saying that there's some things that are too high for you. But Most High can give you the spirit and to share with you some things, mysteries and all that, some dark sins and all that, So that proves too that it's something coming from the heavens, man. Because we're talking about the heavens. If it was no Most High and no heavens, we wouldn't even have acknowledgement of that. We wouldn't even have knowledge. Why? Where do our people get that from? When they say fly high, and same people that tell us we crazy for speaking like that. It says too, no man has descended into that earth unless they have ascended to heaven. So that things come from the heavens, man. It's gonna be manifest on earth. That's why Most High got men set up on the earth. That's why he got things set up on the earth for war and all that. This is the destructive out of not destructive, but this is the form. I mean, what do you call it? This is the elemental matters where we can get caught up in between. You know, that's why I said in the beginning, the dust shall go back to the ground. Which the man was made to be immortal. Didn't it say that? We shouldn't have to go back to the ground. But that's the law of physics and elements that the Most High set up. A man reap what you sow. You sown flesh, you're gonna go back into the flesh. Yeah? But your spirit lives on. What did it say? Compare spiritual things to spiritual things and carnal to carnal things. They're not the same. So we have a spirit within us, but the messages that we get to be fed in our spirit is from the Most High. He feeds us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We don't learn from, we learn from a man teaching up on the earth, but he got that from the Most High. Why would he be talking about the Most High and up there if he didn't get it from the Most High? And then you ask, well, how can I be sure? Because there's other men teaching like that too. They don't seem so right. Well, that's the difference. Because they talk about carnal things. These churches talk about carnal things, man. I mean, when you in these churches or hear these preachers, they talk about carnal things all day. Money, tithes, gotta fix the church building that's falling apart. We don't have to, worry about no church building.
How many followers they got?
Lights gotta be on. AC and the summertime, how many followers and all that?
10,000 believers.
Now they competing against other churches and all that.
Yeah.
But it's not for the word to prove the word right. It's for competition of singers and shit, dancing that Kirk Franklin spirit. You think the Most High is for that problem? Hell no, man. And it looks so like they make it look fun to us, but they make it look fun to Jay. You got every time you go to church, you go to Easter party and the kids is, going to search for some eggs and there's prizes in the eggs. Kid opens up a damn egg and it's a candy in there. They didn't think they'd hit the jackpot and shit.
$1 and shit. They think they just came
crazy. I want to be in heaven where our kids are like, they find them gems and stuff and gold and jewelry. And a peacock or an exotic bird come in right in front of them and talk with them, man. Some life in this stuff, man. Yeah, there's no life in stuff. We supposed to be communicating with the animals. Now we can't even communicate with them. Motherfuckers chase us as soon as we get out the door and shit. Like damn, the liveliness of this place has gone down, man.
Said this place to get weaker by age.
Yep. The earth wax old like a garment, man. It says, then I said, I beseech thee, O Lord. He said, earth may understand nothing but that which is on the earth, and he that dwelleth above the heavens may only understand the things that are above the height of the heavens. That's why it says angels, they desire to look into the things that we do. Because angels would have been like, I would have did. And supervisor into the ground, under the ground and shit. How'd you deal with that? You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, yeah, I understand, man. I'll be here next time. You know what I'm saying? Angels just, angels on the left hand, they just want to destroy shit. Like, let me turn America upside down, Lord. I don't see, they see, but they just want to get busy. Yeah. We do too, man. We know the process of things. It can't happen just yet. It says, then Azariah said, I beseech thee, O Lord, let me have understanding. That's another thing, you gotta pray for understanding. Some people think they can get understanding just right away. No, you gotta pray for it. don't understand it in the right way, in the right spirit, you got to break that. As well as faith and hope and all that. It ain't free, you know. It says, well, I would say it's a gift. You know, when you give somebody a gift, that usually means they're giving you a gift because of your hard work. I got a gift for you, you know what I'm saying? Because they know you, they know your works.
And that's how we believe the Lord knows us, because He gave us faith. He gave us His gift. Because whatever we did back then was enough to receive it.
Yeah, because
it says it's not off our works, but
yeah, Well, what do people do when they give gifts? They just like the Most High does His right. Like I gotta, they don't know about the ring that they're gonna get, or they don't know about the gift. It's a secret, and then they be like, next time I see her, I'm gonna give her this. You know what I'm saying?
they love me.
Yeah, and she don't know, but when she get that gift, she be like, oh, she's surprised. I mean, she loves it, and she's wowed by it. So, and he did that because he thought about something she did or how much she loves it. Like, I'm gonna give her a car, buy a car, man. Don't buy a car, like Most High's gonna buy us some chariots and some, I'm just example. But he already got that prepared. He said, our Father is prepared for your place. It says, let me be understanding, for it was not my mind to be curious of the high things, but of such as pass by us daily, namely wherefore Israel is given up as a reproach to the heathen. And see, Israel was always concerned about, well, what about our condition as Israelites? And for what cause the people who has loved us given over to ungodly nations? It says ungodly nations were plural, man. All these nations are ungodly because they don't worship the real God. And why the law of our forefathers is brought to naught, and the written covenants come to none effect. And we pass away out of the world as grasshoppers. Our life is constantly fear. We are not worthy to obtain mercy. What will we then do to His name whereby we are called? And these things have I asked. And, we won't read too much more. But he said, then he answered me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel. So, some jakes be like, I'll just give up. I'm out of the truth because I don't understand it. Questions ain't answered, what I'm saying, to that extent to where it soothes my soul and stuff. We ain't trying to, this ain't about us anyway. It's about the Most High. It's about Yahawashi.
The measure that He wants you to meet.
Exactly.
And that's the main thing. You want to grasp hold of your position in the body. And then, as you do that, you will grow and learn more secrets and learn more things. Because brotherhood is a method to all of us, just how brothers operate around each other. The more you get into it, the more you start to see that it's not just, randomness.
Yeah, exactly. Structure. Like the days are being fulfilled. It says, "More thou shalt marvel, for the world hastens fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous." To the righteous. And that's what Esau saying. The world is going to be over. Everybody is just going to be, the world's going to blow up. And then we're just, spirit's going to be out there where we're going to vaporize and all that. Nah, we're going to stay right here and deal with this shit. Day by day. Shit. To the Most High, get us out of here. You're going to continue to see prophecy, Esau. You're going to continue to see, just like slavery. Most High couldn't make it over quick, but it's written, pre-written, a day. I mean, and prophesied that he was going to slavery. That's the balance. And Esau didn't want to go to that process. Let's just speed it up. Come on. But when you was locking Jacob innocently eating too, Not even applying to your laws. He was applying to your laws. He was innocent. No matter what, because we say, the scripture say no man at the born who have been innocent. But now, according to your laws, he didn't do shit. You had him locked up there for 30 years, and he had to go through that shit. You don't think you got to go through 1,000 years of slavery? Most High gonna keep your ass here. He gonna bring your ass back around in this reincarnation. The Father of spirits. Why didn't they read that in the church? Why didn't they read about reincarnation in church? That's why they don't believe it now. The devil's philosophies. It says this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmity. So the angels telling them that. We know that. Most High know that we're suffering down here. That the earth is filled with unrighteousness and infirmity. Injuries, robberies got by the sea, unrighteous dealing. You know the court system is wicked and shit. Don't think this stuff is going unnoticed. Because we wouldn't be talking about it. We wouldn't acknowledge this. Because it gotta be a righteous answer to the wicked answers, man. It gotta be. You can't have one without the other, like that song Love and Marriage. Or like a horse and carriage. This my brother, you can't have one without the other, man. You know? Scriptures at all. We'll start to close up, but it says, but as concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. But it's coming now. It's not yet come, but it's coming. It's sown. And the Most High, you know how much you gotta let's say you just like this learning Esau and all that. And learning such but yet it can't get away, it can't get out of people's mind. It's embedded in our people's mind. Most High make the simple things, it could be complex to you. You could bust inside a woman and try to walk away, and then you got a child. Most High got to say, you a father, you know that, right? Mm-hmm. Now you got to go through the process of raising your child forever. Just by busting a little nut, man. You know what I'm saying? A little seed. What to say? I don't want to tie these into it, but yeah. Yeah, mustard seed. 1 grain of mustard seed.
It's a whole ass damn.
Yeah. You know? You got a whole person growing up telling you, Daddy, what am I supposed to do in life? And you got to have the answers. Yeah. So we have to understand the process of time, and it's almost over. But this is part of the process. Suffering, going to work for these devils. Think Most High gonna have us here forever now? You know? Most High can turn this thing around and just like that. He could send us right now and pick us up in chariots and take us to Jerusalem and destroy America. Now, right now, tonight. Well, not so much. He's bound to his word, like I said. On that factor, he's bound to his word. Get that scripture right there. So if he said he's gonna bless the so-called white man with the fatness of the earth, the dwellings of the earth, and the sword, he got to do it. What did it say? Is he a man that he should lie? You know? It only makes sense of the judgment coming down from Yahawashi concerning Esau and Jacob that he would be Isaac. Because he's the one that blessed Esau and Jacob. I think it said bound to his word. Yeah. Showed a couple of them. Oh yeah. Shit. All right, this is Hebrews. What's another word for bound?
I know you said it in the man that should not lie.
Upkeep, down, upkeep.
Oh, I think it's that. I think it's that.
Keeper of
But
his word or something.
yeah, it just says it says something like that. But it's in the NLT it says that.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Maybe keeper of his word.
Numbers 32.
what?
Try numbers 32. Sometimes you type it in.
Yeah, that's what I did, but I didn't see it. All right, yeah, this is right. Voila. This is Numbers chapter 30, verse 2. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord or swear, this is what I see earlier, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. Yeah, that was the one I seen earlier, but I was like, I knew you was saying something else. That's what the other one I was going to read. Yeah, that was the other one I had, but I don't think it was that one. Yeah, that's what I said. It's another one.
Even in 6 and 16, for men indeed swear by the greater, and no for confirmation as well. Them and end of all dispute. I think this is a different translation. But
Yeah,
it says, for men verily swear by the greater, and an oath for confirmation is to them an end of all strife. Wherein God willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs of promise the immutability of his counsel confirmed it by an oath.
Yeah, that was one I seen, but I just didn't see exactly.
Yeah. And that's another one. I'll find it later. But so what they say, this is our reasonable service. So we trying to go all the way into immortality, most high will. We believe in that stuff. If y'all believe in Superman and Batman and all that, so-called white man's power, we believe in the most high power. And most high willing, we endure to the end. But anyway, hopefully it was edifying. Give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the Apostle Elders, great millstone, Bishop, great millstone. God willing, Shalom. Yahawashi.
Yeah, I was seeing that.